you have to look at YouTube. It's amazing. It's missing the Luxembourg part at the moment, and I hope you will do it. Then what else he's doing is like he has a CV of 10 pages, so I will only take the most important part of it. He was global head of online for Virgin Group, overseeing the brand's global digital strategy. Alex most recently served as the chief executive at a venture-backed digital music company. He has been a mentor at CCAP Venture Capital and angel funding events in London and South Africa. Yeah, he's a highly regarded public speaker, appearing all over the world at major industry events: Volkswagen, L'Oreal, Cisco, Deloitte, Procter & Gamble. So many more account among his customers. Before we start, before I give the floor to Alex, let me first call Mrs. Vossen-Klosen, our Secretary of State of the Economy, who will give us an interesting overview about government strategy to support digitalization and how this is impacting the traditional patterns of growth. So this will set the frame for the initial discussions about digital business transformation. So, Mrs. Klosen, the floor is yours.
Gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's conference at Entrepreneurs Day, and thanks for attending it on this rather cold and unfriendly winter evening, which is in fact exactly the opposite of Luxembourg's mindset when it comes to entrepreneurship. The Grand Duchy is renowned for its business-friendly, for its innovation, nurturing and pragmatic environment where we can help you get things done. The government and especially the Ministry of Economy have a long-term commitment to support Luxembourg entrepreneurs in the early stages of setting up a business. We have been very active in designing policies that encourage and support all your efforts, because we know that the successful entrepreneurship is not only the source of job creation and economic growth, entrepreneurship also contributes to innovation and technological progress, and especially to the dynamism of our ecosystem of companies. Young innovative companies play a key role in defining our future and leading our economy to new heights. Entrepreneurship in Luxembourg has been moving forward, and so has my ministry and its initiatives. Our new framework for innovation and R&D support has entered into force. With these new 8 measures, we can now support young innovative companies by co-financing and appealing business support. Another fine example is our Fit for Start competition, which raises great interest all around the world among startup project holders. I'm very proud that the first editions of this competition have been a very great success, but of course our efforts also go towards new companies from sectors with a less technological background. Our draft law about SME support provides a new aid for young companies with great potential that are not necessarily innovative. In line with those efforts, the number of new entrepreneurs in Luxembourg has been growing in recent years, and the share of entrepreneurs in the Grand Duchy's active population of more than 9% is higher than the European average. The Global Entrepreneurship Monitoring Study, which you know for sure, this study also states that infrastructures and governmental policies are the main assets of Luxembourg's system of entrepreneurship. Even in regard of these promising results, more efforts are needed. I think the example of the startup nation, Israel, is an appealing one. Israel is the country with the most startups per capita, and explanations for this really big dynamism can be found on different levels. All Israelis undergo a military service, where they acquire decision-making and teamwork skills and are given specific education and training. They then enter the labor market at a later age, so they are already more mature after having a structured approach that contributes to successful entrepreneurship. And entrepreneurs in Israel think globally. Right from the start, the country has only limited trade exchanges with its neighbors, so startups serve immediately European and American customers, even as a small company. Obviously, I do not suggest that we set up a mandatory military service and foster conflicts with our neighbors, only to sustain entrepreneurship. But seriously, I think we should learn from this example. What can be seen as an obstacle or a barrier can also be an opportunity. Everyone can create his own future, even in adverse conditions. In Luxembourg, entrepreneurs find a welcoming environment with excellent infrastructures. They can easily contact ministry and other partner institutions like the Chamber of Commerce, Chamber of Crafts, House of Entrepreneurship, and they can find support and guidance for their project. A whole network of public and private incubators host entrepreneurs of all sectors when they are looking for first foothold. And therefore, even there are some more efforts to be made, I am confident that the ministry plays its role as a reliable partner for entrepreneurs. Still, the entrepreneurial spirit in Luxembourg needs to be further encouraged, and we need to heighten awareness, especially among young people. I really appreciate the activities the association Young Entrepreneurs in Luxembourg make with students to foster the spirit and to teach them decision making. Further, I would like to underline that our ministry has already partnered with 4 high schools that are now entrepreneurial schools, where teachers and students work on projects and are often in contact with real companies to understand what entrepreneurship is all about. We need to build up self-confidence, we need to build up innovation spirit, activity from school age on. We need to show the next generation how gratifying it can be to run an own business and to transpose own ideas. Perhaps, ladies and gentlemen, you have heard Etienne Schneider say in recent speeches that for him, space is the limit. My view would rather be the only limit is the one you set yourself. Therefore, I encourage you to overcome any artificial limits, be innovative, be courageous, look forward, and the ministry will be out on your side always. So have a nice evening, and thank you for listening. Thanks.
A speaker's worst nightmare is when there's a lot of stairs because you forget how to walk. Thank you very much for that, and thank you to the Chamber of Commerce for including me in this evening's proceedings, but also more importantly for putting it on in the first place. This is I've learned so much. I've only been here since this morning, but I've learned so much. I've had some fascinating conversations, and it really is a pleasure for me to be here. So thank you very much indeed for including me. I'm going to spend the next 45 minutes or so talking about the intersection of digital and everything else, because I think that's a conundrum that has been in front of us for a very long time. We're nowhere near solving it. In fact, I don't think it actually needs to be solved, but it does keep a lot of people up at night, especially entrepreneurs. And I'd like to have a conversation about this with you as well afterwards, if you would allow me as well. But ultimately, the way that I see this is we're all trying to stand out. We exist in a world that is getting noisier and noisier and noisier by the moment. We have created platforms that are wonderful things, social media, but they generate an extraordinary amount of noise. And it's getting harder and harder to elevate ourselves as individuals and as organizations above that noise. And that's really what I'm fascinated by and interested in helping entrepreneurs do. And I'm not going to stand here, I'm afraid, and give you step-by-step instructions on how to do that. I think that would be presumptuous of me. It would assume I know more about your business than you do, which is obviously not the case. What I am going to do is give you an overview of where we've been, where we are, and where I think we're going. And I'm going to do that by sharing with you some ideas, philosophies, traits, examples, stories that I've been involved with personally as an entrepreneur or as part of an organization or as a customer, or that I've seen and read about that have just made me smile and I like sharing. So you'll have to indulge me on those ones. And the lessons and ideas I'm going to share with you are from huge global companies that I know you've all heard of, and small 1- and 2-person organizations that I'm very confident that none of you have heard of. And that's okay.